Which garden is a luxury status symbol? I bet you picked that one, and you've been biased. That idea of a smooth, perfect grass lawn started in 17th century Europe. Aristocrats in France and England used them as a flex. Having acres of short grass meant you were so rich you didn't need to grow crops, and you could afford to waste land and time on something purely decorative. And back then, lawnmowers didn't exist. Estates had to hire teams of workers to cut the grass with scythes, or sometimes they used sheep as living lawnmowers. In Victorian England, the truly extra would actually send out servants to sweep the dew off the lawn before guests arrived in the morning. That style spread to the US, and by the 1950s, advertisers had cemented the perfect green lawn as part of the American dream. But in many cultures, the lawn was never in. In Japan, traditional gardens use moss, stones, and ponds. In the Middle East and parts of North Africa, grass is rare because water is precious. So instead, you'll find shaded courtyards with fountains and hardy plants. In Australia's dry regions, native, drought-tolerant landscaping is now more common than thirsty grass. And in parts of Latin America, front yards often overflow with fruit trees and flowering shrubs instead of grass carpets. The main problem is that lawns are biodiversity deserts. They offer little food or shelter for wildlife, and in the US alone, keeping them alive takes about 34 billion liters of water every day. If you're privileged enough to own land, there are better, greener options. White flower meadows, clover lawns, moss gardens, native plants, and even edible gardens.